Yeah, this is a new run. We're taking what I learned in the first stream and we're going to be applying it in this one. Right, plenty of lumber there to be able to turn into firewood, which we are most definitely going to need. Now, how are we doing over here? Right, you got some water, got some firewood. You've not produced anything yet. Basic needs are met. Currently, you're satisfying your basic needs 66% of the time and working 32% of the time. You're not transferring any goods and you've only had 2% idleness. That's fine. It's going to be a little bit of time before we can really pay attention and see proper statistics there. But, for example, working 79% of the time down here is actually quite good. There we go. Fisher is set up, so let's move this out a little bit. I think something like that would be ideal. It's not amazing, but it'll do. 210, 230 here. Can we see something better than 230? No, that's fine. Maybe. I don't think we will. No, that's fine. Fishing area 11, and that will give us plus 30%. And then fishing count 733 due to the 220,500 square meters. And that is a lot. And fishing productivity is 230. There we go. Get you some fish catched, please and thanks. Who be our fisherman? Oh, wait. Oh, we had a bunch of new people, didn't we? My bad, I forgot to name them. Alright, let's find forager. Woolrum. Okay, we need to name some. Also, let me mark out a couple of naming games. Maxi passes. Right, so train. Platinum toast. Get used to seeing this name. The Dapper Barons have made their presence known. Let's have a look through here. Oh! Notice that we're seeing a couple of the names from the previous stream showing up. So there we are. That actually confirms it. They do show up. So we're just going to let them be. I'm not going to change them. If they've got a tilde after their name, then someone paid for that name at some point, and so it stays. Eskinburg. Eventually, there'll be so many chat names in the pool that it's going to be rare to see a non-chat name show up. Jack Clawson. Let's go through all of these, just make sure. We probably had a couple of children show up. And I can't select them, sadly. My bad for forgetting to name them when they came in. Carlos the Underwhelming looks very surviving the aftermath. You know what? That's the first time I've seen someone compare it to that. But yeah, it does. It's the same sort of genre. Temporal Mouse, thank you ever so much for the 13th month. Unlucky for some, but lucky for us. Yeah, I really do like that mechanic. It's not one I've seen very often, so it's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, currently all you're doing is taking food. I need to see some food gathered, please. All right, we've got 33 fish down there. That's good. I rather desperately need to see more gathering going on and being brought in. Impending blizzard. Oh, well, that's crap. Because you're not going to gather... You're not going to go outside during an impending blizzard. All right, bad news bears. We may have been a bit tardy setting up food. Freezing temperatures, moderate breeze. Also, having to do so much work to get through this forest has caused us a bit of a slowdown. Alright, blizzard is here. Alright. Deadly cold temperature, moderate breeze. People are going to go inside and they're going to stay inside now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the houses. Most houses have some food. Also a lot of shit. That is unfortunate for them. Inside now, peeps. Chop chop. Before you die of the cold. One of the things I love about this, and we're going to start seeing it, is the snow is going to start... There we are. Accumulating on the ground. Starts up here and is moving down. Yes, I know food stocks are low. I know. It is rough. Are you currently in there? Oh yeah, you are sheltering in this building. Okay. You got some milk? You got fruit, berries, milk, and smoked meat. Living the bloody high life down here. The rest of the town are huddling together in their homes, wondering if they're going to survive the blizzard and without having to eat their children. And you're down here living like a bloody king. My goodness. Are you also seeking shelter? Yeah. Okay, so it looks like if the cold catches them, they will absolutely duck into their place of work and just wait it out. I like that. Even though they live elsewhere, this is where he lives. But he decided, like, nope, this is where I stay. I'm trying very hard not to let the whiskey stones in my glass clink too loudly while I'm taking a sip. I do apologize in advance if anyone gets a ringing in their ears, though. For what little it's worth, know that the whiskey is delicious. And so your pain was not in vain. Yeah, I need the whiskey for the cold. That's exactly right, chat. Thank you very much for justifying my vices. Where would I be without you? I have a permanent ringing in my ears since getting COVID. Oh, I'm sorry. I imagine they know it's tinnitus booster. Right. Is it whiskey stones or is it tinnitus? Well, I mean, I would imagine tinnitus doesn't keep whiskey cold, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Well, if this is a very new thing, Shadow Star, you might want to reach out to the doctor beforehand, because if it's a consequence of getting an infection like COVID or something like that, it might be all number of things. Who knows? You know, they're still discovering how exactly COVID, the sort of the long tail on COVID effect. But if, for example, a consequence of COVID is that it's caused some sort of inflammation in the nerve between your ears and your brain, maybe some antibiotics would help alleviate that inflammation. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but there's very little room, there's very little space for that nerve to exist, because it has to go through the bones in your skull. And it's got a tiny little aperture through which it reaches your brain. It's pretty much as big as it needs to be. So any kind of inflammation can strangle the nerve. The problem with that is that if that goes on too long, the nerve dies because it's been strangled, or at least part of it will suffer permanent damage. So you might not want to wait on that sort of stuff. I mean, it depends where you are, obviously, and the situation for you. But with stuff like that, it might be worth like ringing them up and getting a phone consultation at the very least. I don't know if that's something you can do where you live. Do I have a preferred whiskey? I like pretty earthy whiskies personally, so peaty whiskies. Quite partial to a strong peaty whiskey. Sort of whiskey that ignites a fire in your belly. The kind of drink that you could imagine explorers in the Arctic during the Age of Sail would have taken, not because they like whiskey, but because it was a survival tool. I've never tried blackberry whiskey. No, can't say I have. Yeah, ears and eyes never delay. New Year number 2. Okay, no one is dead, and we have food. Hooray. Chat, do you want predictions so that you can earn some of those damper ducats back? I'm not sure what we would predict, though, is the problem. Though, given how close we came to not having any food there, maybe it wouldn't actually be a terrible idea to have a prediction based on, am I going to get to the next year without losing anyone? That might not be as frivolous of a prediction as it first sounds. Can we scooch this any further to get anything more, or we got everything? I think we've got everything there that we can get, so that can sit there. That's fine. I will pop down another fishing house, though. Fishing hut, I mean. Pop you right there. I predict Sasquatch will be appointed Shire Reeve. I get to do predictions and be a scallywag? Okay, so, chat, I'm going to give you one bit of advice. It's up to you whether you listen to it and make use of this advice or not. That's entirely down to you. But I strongly advise... Right. Get inside villages. To read the predictions thoroughly before you click on any buttons if the Emmy of Derp is the one doing the predictions. Oh, alright. Never mind then, I guess. You could all just go and try to directly murderize the wolf. Run! Run! Oh, my lord. Okay. You can go back out now. Thank you. The music in this game is amazing. They didn't have to go that hard, but they did. They did that for us. They did. They did do it for us. Skyrim villages, I know, right? So yeah, basically, are we gonna get through the next winter without losing? We're gonna make it hard mode. We're gonna genuinely make it hard mode. Are we gonna get it to through the next winter? So to year 3 without seeing anyone die of non-natural cause. If someone dies of old age because they're a senior, that's not going to count against us. But if someone dies of exposure, if someone dies of a health condition, if someone dies of, possibly one of the most deadly health conditions, that being a lack of blood, or if raiders axe someone a little bit too hard in the face, those will all count. But if someone just dies because it's their time, they're old, that won't count. I don't believe we've got any seniors, so that's probably not going to be a concern here, but I do want to be very clear on that one. Right. We definitely want to get a couple more things down. Now, I've allowed for the first year, we've gone through fairly comfortable. We want to get a smokehouse, though, but this is going to affect people's desirability. Though I can have it reasonably far away before it starts doing that. That's not too bad. And if I build it near the firewood production, then that will actually help out in that we are going to need firewood for this. Does this store firewood? Yes, it does. Okay, then that's where we're going to build the smokehouse. It's going to just be directly opposite the place where we store the firewood. And just down the road from where we are going to store that material. Now, one of the things I would like to say, no longer going to accept these items. I don't want them stowed. These can all be somewhere else. Somewhere else can collect those. I don't want pelts stored in here. I don't want flowers stored in here. Or tallow. I only want building materials put in here. Don't want any food stored. I wish there was a way for me... Can I just turn everything off? No. It's a shame. But this cart should only exist for gathering materials together and then being useful for me to move around and get things built a bit faster. The storehouse should also not be accepting food. If I've got too much food, like if I run out of storage space, I will make more storage space. But this stuff shouldn't be here. Raw materials... Honey, herbs, and... the medicinal root can go in there as well. Barrels and spices can also... Well, barrels can go in there. Spices, I will... that one's kind of an interesting one, because it's a usable item. But I feel that spices should be stowed in the root cellar as well. I know it's not roots, but... I'm going to try and be much more specific about what I'm allowing to be stored where. Likewise, I don't want any of these things stored. Go ahead and pop all of this in a different place, please. I don't want this cart picking these things up because it just happens to be closer than the storage area. Because the cart, I am liable to leave somewhere. Out in the wilderness. Somewhere where I'm currently building or something. And then a raider could come along and just yoink everything out of it. That would kind of annoy. Not gonna lie. Right, so what are the other buildings that we kind of want to work on right now? Housing, probably want more of those actually fairly soon. Food production, we've got everything we need there. A saw pit, we're going to need planks. Defenses, I could throw up some defenses, but I need a marketplace first, and that is going to require the saw pit. So let's get the saw pit going. Again, we've dallied a little bit here, but I think it should be okay. Actually, let me just double check that because I was not paying attention there. Is this too close? No, it's fine. It's fine where it is. It's okay then. Just draw this road out. Now, to that end, I'm gonna kind of want you down here. I'm gonna kinda gonna. Should really use my words a bit better, shouldn't I? Let's gather up all this stuff from around here if we can. Gonna want a fair bit to be harvested there. We'll have our market somewhere over here. And I'm gonna try and make the market a bit more of a market square. So we're gonna have a good many things in that area set up for enhancing the lives of our peeps. And I'm gonna, where I can, change the orientation of certain buildings so they look a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna try and make this more of a where I'm able to, I'm going to steer away from having like regimented rows of houses and such. I know that looks like it is, but I've actually left spaces through here at odd angles to allow me to put in decorations. And it'll be a little bit more obvious once the decorations go down, I hope, that they are not uniformly placed. Right now they look a little bit uniform, but that's just the way that's going to be for now. Right. M. Carter is over here. Let's see if we can't get a decent amount of peeps. I think that might be the best that we can do. Yeah. Okay, 140% is fine. This one is doing the lion's share of the fishing. This one, it'll take a little while. Let's see how they're doing, though. They're spending the 94% of their day working. It's perfect. How about you? 78% of your day working, that's okay. Transferring goods is 10% of your day. Idle is 2%, and basic needs is 9%. You know, it is what it is, I guess. When will we get the compost yard? When the saw pit is made. Fair enough. We'll speed up time a little bit. Hey, Russ Pixie, how you doing? Villager attacked by a predator. You super need to not be there. Can I get you to run down here? In before this kills them. It all depends on how they run. Run now. For your life. Villagers. Gather up. Who are we going to save? Trian needs you. Without you, they will die. They will perish. And is it the blue believers? Right, Demia Derb, I didn't actually read the prediction. Are the blue believers the ones who are hoping for me to survive, or are the pink doubters, the pink pessimists, the ones? It's swapped. Okay, so the pink. All right, I need something that starts with P. That is the pink positive. No, that sounds wrong. That sounds so wrong. Pink positive. I mean, pink positivity sounds a little bit better, but Damn it, why do you make it so difficult for me? Wow, that wolf is going all in. Oh my lord, that actually came closer than it should have. Yikes. I need a hunter up here just to keep this area safe. The persuaded pinks. The pink pals. Pink pals, I like that. However, we do need to explore out here. I need to find out where the hunting site is. Build sites need resources, but none have been selected for harvest. What do you mean? Loads of stuff around. What do you mean none have been selected for harvest, you liar? Maybe you need stone, though. Is it rock that you're looking for? Might be. In which case, we're going to have to go all the way over there. Please don't lightning all my stuff. I sincerely request that bare minimum lightning happens, please. Alright, I'm going to actually have... We've currently got Alpayo and Eskinbur working here. Let's have some more. I'd kind of like... Whilst we've got so many people around... 2 people working on this. 4 people. So Shakal Draconis and Jack Clawson. Again, involved there. Additionally, I'm going to tone down the amount of builders that I'm going to allow. We'll allow 5 at most. But yeah, it's probably the stone that I'm lacking. Oh, wow, they did a good job. Oh, no, that hasn't been dug up yet. My bad. Right, there's the deer right there. Okay. 4 boar, 4 deer, loads of iron ore over here. Oh! 2 new villagers emigrated. Let's find out. Vicky. Sweet Orange Bunny. And Arhan shall be City Golden Dragon. And additionally, Fulcrum. Fulcrum shall from henceforth be Candy Cadet. That is remarkably fitting, I feel. My lord. Remarkably fitting. But yeah, we need more stone. So let's get you over here. Unfortunately, these wagons take a long ass time to get anyway. But well. Doing a good job with the harvesting though over here. Gonna be honest. Got greens, eggs. 152 greens and 14 eggs. What are you doing right now? You're stockpiling the eggs. Okay, fair enough. That I approve of. In the next 12 months, all of our food is going to rot. Can't help. Now, I kind of want to get a marketplace down before I lay out the fields, but I might actually just need to. I don't want to lose all of these greens, though. So, as much as this is a great area, I think we'll probably have a field out here and over here, maybe? Now, wherever I put the field... Now, there is a little bit of a... I think there might be something that you can... Like, an interesting synergy between the hunter and a field. Animals will eat your crops. Deers will straight up go for your crops. Now, I'm not sure if that attracts the deer or spawns them, but I think it attracts them. It lures them in. If they're within a certain range. More experimentation is required. But... if you combined that with placing down a hunter with a range over your farms, that might cause the hunter to straight up... It's basically an animal magnet. Make the food come to the hunter rather than the other way around. Yeah, there are no rules about multi-redeeming. If someone puts their name in 4 times, they're going to get named 4 times. The game will sometimes randomly name people anyway, so there's, you know, that's going to happen. We're going to have overlap. But for now, let's pop down a field down here, I think. Let's try and avoid messing up any of the current food crops. But let's have something about here, let's say. How many people are going to work this? That's 2 workers. Whereas this is 3 workers. When to go up to 4? About there. I'm going to... Alright, so this is going to be an interesting one. This is the maximum size... Oh no, actually I can push it a little bit further and get more people working it. How far out can I push? Oh, it is just that, basically. But what I would like to do is, although this would have only 2 workers working in this area, this tiny additional bit of land allows me to assign 3 workers to this field. That should mean that I am absolutely going to plant the crops. I am absolutely going to work the field because I'm going to have 1 extra person involved in it. I think we're going to overextend our manpower to ensure that the crops get planted and the field gets maintained better. I think that's the way we're going to go here. Where is the graveyard placement icon? Thanks. The graveyard placement icon. This is the graveyard right there. On that note, we probably should set one up. Where, though? I don't know. I don't want it too close to where we're going to be building the houses, because you can't move it once it's down. But additionally, we want a market now. Right, so, with that in mind, let's try and position the market such that we're going to get the most bang for buck out of it. Somewhere around here would probably be fine. If I extend it out just a little bit more, though, I can maybe squeeze in some extra decorative items around the marketplace, which I would like. Yes. Pop that market down there. I'm going to run a road up and around and along this area. Oh, that one is extended out a little bit. There we are. Just run this down. It doesn't need to run a lot right alongside the market. In fact, I don't want it to. This way I can place down a couple of extra nice items here and there just to raise the quality of this area. Take care, Hickson. Aavak, put the graveyard next to your warehouses. Keep transport time from point of death to point of dumping. Sure. God. Don't you dare try moving the graveyard. I've seen Poltergeist. Fair. Absolutely fair. Right, is this starting to get loaded with stone? It is not. Okay. Have we marked the stones? We have. Alright, I've just got a lot of work for them to do, so we're going to have to wait on that. But yeah, I do think putting the graveyard down here would be a wise move. Maybe along the river. Let's bury the corpses next to the river. That's never caused anything bad to happen to anyone ever. Or rather, the lake in this case. I'm not sure if that would be quite as bad, but I suspect it would be. It's like, yeah, we get our water from that lake. Oh, that's great. Yeah, let's just bury the dead right next to it. I mean, it's not like we're dumping them in the lake, so that's going to be fine. I mean, no one would do that. That's just savage, but... Does this water taste like Tim to you? Oh my god. See, that supposes quite a lot of things. That leaves me with many questions. A, does the water taste of Tim? But B, how do you know what Tim tastes like? That seems to be a very specific piece of information there. Right, smokehouse is up and running, hooray! We've got Sadie Golden Dragon working the smokehouse. Perfect. Okay, well, we're just going to leave that work for now. I could run a hunter's cabin over it here, or I could simply have the hunter live close to the gatherer. I kind of want to do that. And just have them travel. It means there's going to be more travel time for them, but also they're going to be closer, like they're going to bring the kill back, process the kill, and then the kill is going to be gathered a little bit faster. I feel that is probably worth it. We'll have it kind of facing out. So that being said, I believe we're probably going to need a little bit of a road here for wagons to get up here eventually, maybe? Not sure. Not sure how that would work. Might need it. So I'm fairly certain the wagons have to have access via cobbled road. So I'm going to just pop that one there then. Then we're going to move the work area over here. They are going to have a long way to walk. But it will also mean that when the forager comes under attack, the hunter will be there with their weapons and armor. Right, Sovala. Elof Hita, welcome. You've got no education? Ah, Lurid does have basic education. Nice. Lady Sheelab, the MVT herself, is in the colony. Rejoice, chat, rejoice. Can you put the graveyard in the mountains? Then again, Skyrim has taught me that that might lead to drug. I mean... might actually be kind of nice, though, and Kirill has suggested the same thing, so yeah, I think we might go with that. That is actually not as bad of a suggestion as you might have thought. That seems like it would be kind of legit. Hazelnut bush over there. hawthorn. Unfortunately, all of our food has become X-food. Very sad. Alright, we're getting some gold, though. Oh, the market is up and running. Nice. Sure, you can store all of these things. I need barrels. I really do need barrels for this place, though. We're getting close to our limit on homes. So how about we pop a couple down. That is not a house. Why am I looking at that? Thank goodness I noticed. Let's pop. A couple of houses around. Where does that border leave? Right out there. We'll do 2 houses for now. I'll likely add more in, though. In time. We've only got 300 sand over there. That will not allow us to do too much work here, but we'll see. Okay, you're starting to collect a nice amount of materials there. Why are there 6 Jeff jail bills? I don't think anyone actually fell in there. I think chat just decided to tax themselves. We will consider those Jeff jail bales a donation to the which fund are they? A donation to the moderator Yuletide Festivities Council, which doesn't necessarily get used to, you know, fund the Yuletide festivities. It literally just goes to the people who are on the council. You know, like most taxes. Don't actually get used for anything useful. The only 100% useful tax that has ever existed, or will ever exist, is ferret tax. Fact. Right. You need to be over here. Hunting. You will do some trapping. So you'll get a little bit here and there. So, like, you know, rabbit and such. Sure, let's pop that down there. Right, enjoy. Additional item recipes. I mean, that would be good. I imagine an upgraded hunter would be able to hunt wolves. Kitten tax, though. I mean, that is true, actually. Kitten tax sometimes. Am I going to give my mods Christmas bonus? Yes. They will get an extra hour in the ball pit. Okay, looks like this is actually reasonably close, but no more work because it's winter. Ball pits are vile. Yes, they are. An extra hour? Water only gives us an extra 15 minutes. Well, I mean, you know, I'm not going to be one to tell you what this says about anything, but it says something. Leafy can have your time. Can or must? Yep. There is now one last deer. Rip deer. Now, the ideal situation would be one where the hunter has enough to do that they don't hunt boar to the point that the boar no longer they can't breed. Like, because I think that happens. we're going to want... I'm going to go with fencing this time. Do we want gates on all the sides, chat? No. Only 2. And they will be slightly offset. Because, you know, I'm still in the mood to mess with people's brains from my 2-point hospital Let's Play. Okay. Wanda's ball pit is more effective. It fills up your happiness quicker. Aavak's is just kind of sad, so we need a whole hour. I can't work out if Demi is super intelligent and has worked out that my ball pit literally leeches your happiness so I can sell her on the black market, or is just trying to be snarky. Either way, gonna keep my eye on that one. They may know too much. Yeah, I kind of like the asymmetry, honestly. It does feel a little bit more organic, more realistic. Combat, 6% of the time. Fair. I mean, I guess that's always going to be something you do need to worry about there. Right, 2 new village emigrated. Let's find out who you are. You are Elivath the Third, and you are Barnabas. Welcome, Whitehammer. Only 1 new name this year. Okay, prediction met. No one died. The Pink Pals have been victorious. I've been loving yours and Lady Sheilab's Raft playthrough. I'm feeling bad, though, that I'm not watching both of your videos each time, as I love both of your contributions. How does YouTube work? Is a like on the other person's video enough, or does it count if I play the other video in the background with the sound off or slightly on, as with Twitch? If you have it on in the background, it's just like very low volume, that would be the best thing. And a like, of course. I mean, if we're talking literally how does the algorithm weight things, then yes, watching them fully means quite a lot. Congrats to the winners. Now, let's pop a graveyard down. Off the beaten trail. In the forest, maybe. Nice big graveyard. So that we can marvel at its impressive size and the fact it's never ever used, ever, not even once. There we go. But what are we going to place down next, then? We've got a lot of stuff that we can now build. We've got tannery, cobbler's shop, Fletcher building. We're going to need the Fletcher. Basket shop, and the compost yard. Now, the compost yard really does need to be reasonably far away from my housing area. It has a fairly big area of effect. Now, I could build it down in the industrial area, you know, just to make their lives even worse. Like down here, right next to the forest. Why would I do that? I could put it in the industrial area, but then it would have a... See, The thing with this is I don't want to put it so far away, because they're only going to use a wheelbarrow to collect the stuff. So I do kind of want it somewhat close to where my residential district is. And it doesn't really, like, how often I'm going to make use of it is slight. I could put it up next to the graveyard, but having it close to the farms doesn't really help. Because when you tell a farm to be fertilized with compost, they'll do it next year. So they got a year to transport that stuff over there.